here at the Global Soft Foundation's annual Special Air Warfare Symposium. We're talking with the folks at Kraka here. Rob is going to show us a little bit about the dive board. So Rob, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, absolutely. First, thanks for having me talking. My name is Rob Wentowski. I'm with Seoul Marine. I'm the U.S. rep, and we're demonstrating the Kraka board. So the Kraka board is a rapidly inflatable jet board, 3 pieces, an inflatable board, a drive unit, and a lithium-ion battery that goes in there.
Now, I played a little bit with Zodiac boats when I was in the Marine Corps. Now, you got a little bit of a background in yourself. Tell me what your background is and how this is different than what I played with many years ago in the Marines.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a retired Navy diver, retired W5. Spent most of my time within special operations as well as hard hat diving. And so the thing that makes this great for my time in spec war is the ability to flex this piece of kit expeditionary and deploy it rapidly is what makes it a real game changer. I can use this for an infill, exfil, CAS evacuation, surveillance and reconnaissance, humanitarian assistance, disaster recovery. And those two are because the draft on this, different than the Zodiac, which you asked me, and the Wingboat now, has a deeper draft with the outboard motor where we are jet-driven impeller with a draft of only 16 inches.
You mentioned batteries, so tell me a little bit about how this thing works.
So the board's deflated, obviously. We inflate it probably 3/4. We slide in the drive unit through some runners, and then the lithium-ion battery slides in here and locks down. And then it's turned on, and then you can decide what mode you're going to operate in. We have 3 speeds, 3 modes. We have a stealth, 1 to 2 knots, no wake. A second mode, which is endurance, 4 to 7 knots, and then speed, 18 knots. At the high end, if you're operating just like a EV car, you're going to consume battery. So at 18 knots, you'll probably get 40 to 50 minutes on that, whereas in the stealth mode, you probably get 18 hours. But we have a new battery coming out within the next couple months that we've gotten 52% more endurance on that. So you can go faster or longer if you need to.
And I imagine with the battery power, it's a quieter operation.
Absolutely. Another great feature about this is the signature, the low silhouette, the battery, quiet. It's not an outboard, the fuel consumption, all that stuff. And like I said, you can rapidly put it together, and you don't necessarily need a coxswain course to get qualified on this. Myself, I could take you out, and within 2 minutes, you'd be operating that. It's very intuitive.
It's a very quick learning, a short learning curve.
Short, extremely short, and also too, to set it up and do maintenance is short.
And I understand that this is not yet a program of record, but it is being played with a little bit. Probably can't say who, but can you tell us a little bit about I guess kind of how it's being experimented with now?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started introducing the Kraka board to the U.S. market just about a year ago. It's been in European Scandinavia, doing really well over there and employed through all their forces. And now in the United States, in special operations and conventional forces, we've had demos with both Big Army, USASOC, NSW, AFSOC, yeah.
So now, with these individual craft, I imagine you can kind of like scale up and scale down. So if you wanted a three operator team or all the way up to like 6 or 8 guys, you could have that.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the extremis is our 1K, so 2,250 pounds. We've floated razors, quads, all kinds of things, up to 2,250 pounds. And then at the lower end, this is a 250, which is 550 pounds. More like a smaller load, 2 guys, everything, or surveillance, reconnaissance, quick deployment. And also another key factor too is each battery and drive unit goes in the same board, all 4 boards. So I don't need a different battery or drive unit for each different board.
All interchangeable.
All interchangeable.
All uniform.
And also, this is all wet mateable. So for those that don't understand that, I can plug in, plug out all the features, the electronics in there. I can swap out the battery. If I'm carrying an extra battery, I can swap that out, all underway.
So you can power everything on board as well as use different or new devices that come into the system.
Absolutely. We have plugs and programs, and we're adaptable to our end users, our customers. If they said, hey, I'd like another plug because I have another sensor. So we have a gyro stabilizer that can hold up to 70 pounds. So whatever your sensor package is, whether it's camera, counter UAS or.
So I understand you may not need a driver for this.
Correct. So you can operate the Kraka board manually, remotely, and autonomously. And we can operate through like a Sylvius radio, MPU-5, Starlink, whatever you want to operate it on.
So a lot of the concepts within both maritime and air, and even on the ground now, are these kind of robotic wingmen, so to speak.
Yep.
So you could essentially pilot a couple extra boats with you as even a solo driver.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our program and our autonomous feature, so I can make a swarm. If I wanted a swarm of this or any other boat that's on our package with our beacon, it can track all that and control it.
Well, a swarm of raiders or seals coming at me sounds kind of intimidating, so I'm going to leave that there. Cool. We were talking with Rob about the Kraka, interesting maritime capability for special operations, and see more at Gear Scout.